Hello, welcome to Laura's World. I'm Laura and I still don't know what I'm doing with this microphone. I have it on like a lid, trying to keep it up because down the sound was bad, up the sound is bad. I don't even know what to do anymore. I have one of those arm hangy things that could hold it up, but then like where would it go? Everything's a mess. Anyway, hi. Hey. I couldn't stop the skin from falling off my face. I don't know, it was like slowing off. It was weird. What's that? I don't know. You know, at Laura's World, we are always a mess. Like, this is a multiple man operation, woman operation. It's just me. It's just me with the occasional input of my dog. And one time my husband made an appearance. What are we doing today? You know, that's part of the problem with coming into this unscripted. Like, I could sit and talk about, give me a topic, I'll talk about it for 10 minutes, whatever. I just sat down and started filming and said, I don't know what I'm doing today. So, good news is I didn't do any of my skincare, just the exfoliation part. So maybe I'll do some makeup. Well, whatever it is I choose to do, I'm going to start with this Smashbox, the Mindful 5. I've used it a little bit. It's not going to focus because this camera never focuses. Oh, wait, look, here we go. Me and my shitty nails. The Mindful 5, cannabis, sativa, hemp seed oil, primer oil complex, red algae, green tea, and prebiotic. I couldn't decide if I wanted to just kind of do a speed through on this one or kind of take my time and babble, and maybe I'll do a mix of both because I'm going to put this serum on. This is an acquired smell. I don't know, with all the green things and algae in it, I'm sure that's where some of it's coming from. It's not like repulsive, it's not chemical smelling. It smells, I don't know, how can something smell organic? I don't know, it doesn't smell like chemicals. And I'm just gonna let that kind of soak in a little bit here. I can feel, already it's made a little bit of a difference in how my skin feels. I don't know what to do. Let me go rummage through my stuff. So this setup is a little unorthodox for most YouTubers. Am I really a YouTuber? Just because I put videos on the internet, does that make me a bona fide YouTuber, or does that just make me somebody with a hobby? I don't know how these things work. I'm too old for this. Anyway, I have all my stuff laid out, and I have my lighted mirror right in front of me. So that's where I'm going to be looking most of the time. But I'm going to start with the In Key List Caffeine Eye Cream. I can't say enough about it. I like it a lot. The eyelids are such an important area to keep, not only clean and fresh and all of that, but also to keep moisturized with, healthy emollients and things like that, because the skin on your eyes, under your eyes and on your eyelids is some of the thinnest, weakest skin on the human body. And that's why dark circles are so easy to see, is because the skin is thin. And, when you're tired, blood kind of pools up a little bit, just being scientific, just putting it out there. That's why it's so much easier to see it, because of the thin skin. So yeah, any kind of eye cream will do, even if just a facial moisturizer. There are a lot of camps out there who feel, there's no reason to have an eye cream. There's no reason to spend money on an extra eye cream when you can use the regular facial moisturizer and just kind of pat it on. That is probably right for a majority of people. However, given with the amount of times that my eyelids have peeled off because of some makeup product or some solvent being too astringent, I find it's better I just use a dedicated eye cream because I don't want to take chances. So, let's see, what do we have next? I'm letting that sit in, and I'm going to go ahead and work on my eyebrows as usual. It's the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. This is the sample or trial that I've had for a while, and it's still going. So I like it. It has two different sides to the brush. There's the straight teeth and then the kind of brush up teeth. If that makes sense, brush up. Is that what I'm trying to say? I don't know. Voila. Not exactly even. Some people like to say it about other body parts, but I say it about my eyebrows. They're sisters, not twins. So that's just my shenanigans. Okay, so while that's drying, let's go ahead and move on to putting a little bit of the Too Faced lip injection, just a little bit to plump things up. Now, obviously, I'm talking and my lips are going to touch, but I only put it on the top. Reason being that I have a bottom lip, I don't have a top lip. So, I'm just going to let that burn itself in. Oh my goodness, and I almost forgot. Are these dry yet? I had this little pencil to help me kind of draw on the missing parts of my eyebrow. I don't know, maybe it's too late. I did this in the wrong order. Or maybe not. Hey. This actually looks a lot better than when I normally do it. Okay, I guess I'm putting on the brow gel before I do the brow pencil. Who would have thought? Okay, I had a Cara Beauty pencil out. I don't know if I really need to just lightly beef it up in here. See, it is making them just a little bit lighter. Oops. Okay. I'll go with that. Oh, the fire on my lips. So I took care of that. Now the next thing that we're gonna do, I am going to try the Stay Naked Quickie. And again, my shade was 30 CP, which is 30 Cool Peach. I don't really know that I'm a peach tone. Definitely a pinkish rosy tone, but it's like pink and rosy only go with pale, or not pale. There's fair and then there's light. And if you hear rumbling, I'm sorry. We have big thunderstorms going on right now, so. Alright, let's go ahead and go in with this weird smelling Quickie concealer. What are they calling it? Up to 24-hour wear multi-use concealer. There we go. Alright, now I'm not going to use... Well, I pulled my foundation brush out just in case, but I almost want to try this brush that comes with the makeup. I'm gonna do it. Actually, I'm quite pleased with the color. It blends out really easily. There's almost nothing... Okay, lies. You can see it better in the camera than I can on the light, but it's not extremely filthy dirty. Like, obviously I'm gonna go clean it when I'm done. Always clean your brushes. Don't be like me. I have so many brushes to wash. Anyway, I feel that it blended out nicely. It doesn't feel gunky or heavy. It does have to set a little bit. Obviously, it's, you know, got moisture in it. It's got to dry, but I'm not extremely mad at it. I just, maybe looking in the camera, I should try to buff that a little bit better. All right. That's so far on the initial use, 2 thumbs up on the Quickie. All right, then I'm gonna, this is, I've only purchased 2 Revolution or Revolution Makeup or Revolution Beauty or God knows whatever the hell else they're calling themselves, um, before I did my research and decided, you know what, I'm not buying their stuff anymore, because the quality is one question, and then there's the behind the scenes shady business and just straight up copying other companies within, like, if one company puts something out, 3 days later they're putting something out. How are they mass producing it that quickly? It can't be done well. I'm not pooping on another company, it's just a personal choice. I have a Revolution Makeup contouring palette, and I have a what the hell, eyeshadow palette. And the eyeshadow, I used it a handful of times. It's kind of space themed. It's got a lot of sparkle and glitter in it, but a lot of fallout. And the pigment payout isn't that great. So, for the price I paid for it, I might as well invest a few extra dollars in a higher quality, palette. Just putting it out there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my brush. All right. So for contour, I mean, I'm not looking to do a lot here. Probably just gonna go with this shade. It's maybe I should go with this one. All right. Yeah. You know what? I'll go. Hi. I'll go with this one. I don't know. It's a powder and it goes on almost like a line, and I'm trying to blend it and want to blend it in the right place, but I don't know. It's not blending how I feel a powder should be. It doesn't feel very even. I don't know. This all very well could be user error. Probably is user error, because it's been a hot minute since I've done a face, and my face is always a mess. It's always just a mess, and I'm doing all the things they tell you not to do. I don't know how I got stuck in this. Whatever. Up here, into the hairline. Always go into the hairline or you'll look real funny. Or in my case, I'm gonna look funny regardless, because my hairline is like a zigzag and does what it wants, but I still encourage, if you're going to do contouring and you're gonna bring it up here, brush it into the hairline. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this yet. I still have this to paint, which really does it help with the illusion of a neck here? Don't worry, guys. I've always been one to participate in self-deprecating humor. Doesn't mean I mean it. How's it looking now? The way it looks into my mirror and the way it looks on the monitor are two completely different animals. But I'm gonna stop while I'm ahead in terms of the contour. Now I'm gonna go to highlight. Well, there really is only one shade on here that would be like this one that I wanted to go with for a contour, which wouldn't work as contour, has a lot of sparkle in it. Not as much as this. This is clearly the highlighter, but this one I bet would do a good job too. But I'm gonna go ahead and go with this weird looking, I don't even know what it's called because there's no list. This is tiger stripes? Tiger stripes, maybe? Okay. Oh, now I'm looking shiny. But apparently that's what people want. I always thought you wanted to blot away the shine, but I guess if it's manufactured shine, that's a different thing. Oh, and I've stopped kind of contouring around my nose. Just kind of almost on the advice of Babs, because people contour their noses when they want to make them thinner or longer, or I guess you could brighten them on the side to make them look wider, but I'm actually one of the ones who probably wouldn't complain about my nose too much. Um, it comes pretty straight down. There's this, situation, and my nostrils flare, and if I look up far enough, you could see them, but I'm not coming down on myself. I have no complaints about my nose. I've never wanted a nose job or anything like that. The only thing I want is I can't decide what side to get my nostril pierced on. So, okay. So what I'm gonna come up with after that is the ColourPop Pressed Powder Blush in Kitsch. And it has, it's frosted out. There's a sticker on it, but it has, the mirror is just a little bit bigger than the product. Personal preference. And it's, a little less pinky, a little more orange. But I think that'll go with the strange contouring. I don't know. Anyway. Well, the monitor and my mirror are definitely not showing the same thing. I feel a little bit like a clown right now. Like I might have a little bit too much on, but I wonder if it's the lights are just kind of paling me out a little bit. Oh no! Oh no, I didn't put the lip injection on the right spot. Well, this side of my lip has to bake a little bit longer, so, yeah, lip tends to be the last kind of thing that we go with. And given the color scheme, this burgundy brown, I did take the headband off. It's not like I forgot to put it back on. I just, no migraine, thank God, no headache or anything like that. But I just started feeling like a little bit of a pinch, so I took it off and I'm fine. Alright, so for eyeshadows, we are going to go with that mini She-Hulk palette, because I feel like these colors would absolutely complement this. I do my eyes a little differently. I do them based on like 5 or 6 different tutorials I've watched, and I kind of tried to emulate them all and mix them all together, because I do have the hooded eye situation. Hooded eyes, the almond-shaped eyes, the slight slant to them. Anyway, so the way that I do my eyes, because they are shaped a little uniquely, and it is difficult to do more than one color on them, because if I look like this, like, okay, where'd it go? So what I do is I take a look at the palette that I have, and I take basically the second darkest color that there is. And the second darkest color from where I stand is the middle one up here, called Handle This. So I take some on my brush, and I use smaller brushes generally because it's not a lot of real estate to go on here. And I go divide the eyelid into 3 parts. So we have what they call the inner third. And I just kind of lightly brush basically almost all the way up. I'm getting as much in that corner without stabbing myself. Okay. And then we go and do the same thing on the other side. It's just about even. Okay. Now I look weird. Then I go and get another brush. And then I go to the darkest color, which is this down here, the Leaping Off the Page. And same thing. coat my brush and go to the outer third and just start painting it on, blending it on, whatever you want to call it. I try not to go outside an invisible line from my lash line. I try to make the color stop there and just blend inward. As backwards as that feels, because we're used to going this way, but now I find that going backwards from the line helps keep things kind of neat. Okay, more on the brush, and same thing over here. Now the good thing about the wearability of most of these powders is that if something goes on too dark or something looks a little askew and you're like, I don't have time to restart my whole eye, you could just blend it in with a softer color and, change the scape of what you're trying to do, but you don't have to go wash your whole face off and start all over again. That is in contrast to the liquid eyeshadows, which I have a couple of and I've used once or twice, and I loved it. I was in love, but there's really little to no room for error. Whereas, like I said, with powder, you could just blend or buff out. Alright, then for the eyelid, I'm going to go back to the first brush I used and go to the lightest matte. Lightest matte. It's this one called In Control. Oops. Okay. And what I do here is where some people would be like, why? I do the whole eyelid. Let me get a little bit more on my brush. And if you notice, I haven't been doing the thing where I tap off. Everyone says you're supposed to do that. I don't know if it's just because my skin eats up the powder faster. I really see no reason to tap for me. And then I bring it into the middle third. And that's where we start a little bit of a blend. Okay. Now again, this is very dramatic. This is, maybe an event. I mean, if you're comfortable, I would go out like this. I mean, maybe not to go pick up Rita's or ice cream or something, but I would go out like this. Now, there's a bigger difference between the inner third and the middle third and the outer third and the middle third. And it's got to do with hue. Or more, it's just a more similar hue going on, but you can tell there's three different, even though the lines are very blurred. Now, you'll notice there's a space under my eyebrows that, what's going on in there? I try not to do too much, but what I might do is put on a little sparkle. Little bit of sparkle. So we'll take this one called Post Worthy. Take a little bit, start on the eyelid, and just start wiping. It's going to take a little bit of time to show up, but you stick to the middle third all the way down. Doing this not only between fluctuating colors, but up and down, gives an illusion of dimension. You can create dimension with makeup. That's a fantastic skill. I'm not that great at it. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that if I were to go out, I might actually be confused for a clown. But then again, how am I going to get better if I don't work on it, if I don't practice? And doing it in front of perfect strangers on the internet does not bother me in the least. Alright. And I think I'm going to put a little bit more of that post-worthy. Normally I'd say to put a light color up in here. We're a little short with the pan being the availability of colors because it is a mini version. But I would say to take that post-worthy that we just built dimension with and kind of blend it, iron it out at the top here. Shout out to the brow gel that is standing up to everything I am giving it right now. And the last thing I'm going to do with post-worthy is I'm going to blot it into the corners of my eyes. Now, when I do this, again, I don't know why I'm so dang special. I have, I guess, what you call watery eyes. I'm forever picking stuff out of them. I'm always wiping them or something's going on. I have allergies that also doesn't help. But if I put stuff right into my corner, it's just going to look really weird. So I come right outside of the corner. While you're standing next to me or in front of me, you can't even tell. That's how subtle it is. I just kind of put it right into the side of my nose. Although it looks like it's next to my eye, it's not. See? Same effect. Okay, do it on the other side. And this again goes into playing in with the dimension, and it's fun. It's just fun to have a little more sparkle in your life, Alright, so before I hit the lips, which are almost back or up to where they should be, I should say, I'm going to use this $5 rudimentary eyelash curler I got last year sometime. I have a Jeffree Star one somewhere that it's like super comfortable, super ergonomic. I'm like, I don't know. It came in a package or whatever. I didn't go out of my way to buy it. I go out of my way to buy eyeshadow, but it's the same design, it's the same difference, and it's got the rubber. They all have the rubber thing on here that push down onto your lashes. It's all the same. It's the same shit. It does the same job. So anyway, I curl mine before I put the mascara on, and I say it that way because I've actually seen videos of people who put the mascara on first, then curl it before it's completely dry, and I don't understand that. It doesn't make sense to me. Whatever floats your boat. I'm not here to tell anybody how to do anything, just like nobody's going to tell me how to unless you know for a fact I'm doing something that's going to hurt myself, or it's just really wrong, please tell me. Other than that. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and grab the eyelashes. I'm going to go with this Beauty Vault mascara. I have used it before. Okay. Wow, I didn't get any on myself. Remarkable. Next, I don't leave it clamped on there for super long. I'm always paranoid of breaking my eyelashes, and they're not one of those things that grows back in a couple of weeks. Oh, I didn't watch it yet, but I had noticed now that I'm talking about eyelashes, and I clumped up here already. People on TikTok are wild, but people on TikTok are plucking out or cutting off their eyelashes. Why? Why would you do that? Okay, maybe if they're annoying to you, I could almost understand wanting to curl them up or something. Like, women, girls, cutting off their eyelashes. They're not just an accessory. They're not something to make your eyes pop. They're actually, there's a physiological reason. It stops dust and shit from getting into your eyes. The first, defense is your eyebrows. They catch sweat, and they catch other things that might be falling down your face. And then your eyelashes catch the finer particulate. Same reason why we have hair in our noses. Same reason why we have wax coming out of our ears. All these things are built in to protect us. So when people start waxing their noses or cutting off their eyelashes, you're putting yourself in danger. Don't do it. Don't do it. Or do it, but don't say I didn't warn you. So the last thing we're going to do, now that my lips are dried up and still quite plump, is I'm going to use this rose ink lip pencil. Again, I wasn't really sure how it was going to come out, but that's what it looks like. Again, this had I just wiped some of the stuff off. It's not chalky or anything. It's not gross. Oh. What do you think? It's leaning towards a little bit monotone. Ooh. That's... Now, I know in my last video I referenced ivory soap. I didn't even mean to make that reference. This smells and tastes like ivory soap. Maybe it'll wear off, I hope. Because I like how it goes on. It goes on very smooth. You could tell there's something on your lips, but it's not heavy. It's not sticky at all. There's no pull on it. You know, it went on very neatly. I like it. And it goes along, you know, with this whole monochrome thing I have going on here. But, geez, if you use rose ink lip pencil, have you had the same experience? It's a little bit off-putting, not gonna lie, but I do like the color, I will say that. Now, what's the best way to wrap up a makeup? I wouldn't call it a tutorial, just kind of doing it. Would be with the fragrance du jour, which I have done previously and I will keep doing because it's delicious. It is God is a Woman by Ariana Grande. It smells good. Yes, as always, never rub your wrists together. Never rub any skin together that you've just sprayed perfume on, because you will get rid of the top notes, and they are so important in fragrance building. They'll just burn right through them, and your perfume will not last nearly as long as it could. Well, I hope that was enjoyable. I had a pretty good time, tried out a couple of new things. It's always fun to experiment and refresh techniques. I kind of didn't do my makeup for a little while, other than putting a little something on my lips or maybe something on my cheeks. I'm branching out. I'm getting better. I'm getting a little more consistent, and I don't know. I'm allergic to consistency, but yeah. So this was fun. If you enjoyed it, or even if you didn't, throw me a like. Give me some pros, cons, whatever in the comments, and of course, subscribe. Please take care of each other. Take care of yourself. Get plenty of H2O. Slather that SPF on your face and have the day that you deserve, which I hope is fabulous. Bye!